So this is a bit of a controversial topic and many people have their own preferred way of watering succulents. And if you're doing things a certain way and it works for you, that is fine. You don't have to change a thing. In this video, we'll have a look at advantages and disadvantages of watering just the roots or leaves and whether one is better than the other. I'll base some of the info on literature and will leave links in the description for anyone who's interested in reading them. I'll also discuss my personal experience as a grower and nursery owner. First, let's have a look at watering leaves and why it may be good or bad. Personally, I water overhead and all other nursery owners I know do the same thing. But it's not necessarily because it's the better option, it's just more practical as watering tens of thousands of plants needs a sprinkler system. The key is in timing, frequency and position of the plants. Watering overhead, which means the leaves and stems will get wet, is an easy time-saving option. It may be the best solution if you have many succulents. But another advantage is reducing fungal spores and bacteria on the leaves. I know this may sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. You may be thinking that surely water will encourage fungal and bacterial growth above ground. And you'd be right, however, most fungal diseases need over 9 hours of constant wet state to germinate and start growing. Fungal spores travel by air and when they land on leaves or stems, they wait for the perfect conditions to start growing. But when you water the leaves with good enough pressure, you can wash them away from your succulents. Watering the leaves also gets rid of pollutants and dust. But you do have to be careful how and when you water. You should aim to water when the leaves can dry. This would either be in the morning or during the day, avoiding evening watering altogether. The soil or potting mix should be allowed to dry out between waterings as well. Now, I've also seen arguments that succulents, including cacti, should be misted so they absorb just a little water through their leaves and stems. And yes, it is true that succulents are able to absorb a little water through their body parts above ground. Research has shown that cacti, for instance, have developed to capture droplets of water on their spines and funnel them to their trichomes. In simple terms, trichomes are where the spines grow out of and can absorb water. Succulents that are not cacti have also shown ability to absorb water through leaves. However, the amount of water that can be absorbed through leaves and trichomes is minimal, and this ability will differ between succulent types. Succulent plants have many other adaptations that are in place purely to deliver water directly to the roots or to prevent water loss. Delivering water solely through spraying above ground parts can often promote fungal diseases. Personally, I'd advise against misting the leaves as a way of watering your succulents. Watering the roots and avoiding wetting the leaves is a good technique if you have the time. It will minimize fungal disease but will not eliminate it altogether, as some fungus only needs humid air to get going. But there are further advantages. Succulents with a thicker layer of the white waxy coating called the farina look amazing when leaves have minimal contact with water. Water washes bits of farina off, and because farina is plant's natural sunscreen, the chances of sunburn may increase as a result. Now for the disadvantages. Targeting the roots can be very time consuming, especially if you have quite a few plants. And as mentioned previously, watering the leaves every so often can help with washing of dust and spores. You can water just the roots with a hose using low pressure, by sitting the pot in a container of water, or by setting up drip irrigation. So this is purely my opinion based on research and my personal experience. If time allows, I think the ideal way is to mostly water targeting the roots and occasionally give the whole plant a hose down. But I don't think there's anything wrong with just watering overhead all the time as long as you don't overwater. Lastly, stick to letting the potting mix dry out between waterings. If you're interested in reading the papers I used to do research, the links are in the description. I'm also linking some related videos on watering. They will be at the end of this video. And that's it for today. I hope this video was useful, and if you'd like to add anything or have a question, you can comment below. To learn more about succulents, hit the subscribe button or go to our website succulentgrowingtips.com. Thank you very much for watching.